Weekly News. Weekly News.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly News, a roundup of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
Weekly News, the news to English speakers.
You're watching Renouveau TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome on Weekly News. Once more, welcome on Renouveau TV. The mayor of Bagineda and the sub-prefect of Kati transferred to prison. After Bakari Tugula and several other personalities, the justice looks at the sulfurous management of the municipality of Bagineda. Arrested by the economic poor in the day of Thursday, October 17th, the mayor was finally referred to the Central Detention Center of Bamako. We are informed that the sub-prefect of Kati, a deputy mayor, and two managers also suffer the same fate. They are accused of infringement of public property for forgery and use of forgery related to more than 197 million. Visits to the oldest person of Commune 6 of Bamako district. The president of the Supreme Court, whom Tapili visited this Monday, October 14th, to Mrs. Jara Sita Touré, 101 years old, at the home in Missabougou. This visit is part of the month of solidarity and the fight against exclusion, which is in its 25th edition. Several gifts were offered to Mrs. Jara Sita Touré. At the National Workshop of Contribution of the Civil Society of the Inclusive National Dialogue and the Validation of the Term of Reference, the triumvirate met this Monday journalists to make the inventory of this different meeting. It appears from this meeting with the press that the conditions are met for the holding of the national meeting. Report. Faced with the press, the triumvirate led by Professor Babaki Adara highlighted the well-known advances that have made it possible today to move toward inclusive national dialogue. On the question of the non-participation of the opposition and the SEMA in the inclusive national dialogue, the triumvirate is rather optimistic because it will once more meet them and discuss with. For Aminata Draman Traore, no sacrifice is too much when it comes to saving Mali. For the consultations that have just taken place, out of 611 municipalities concerned, 605 held them normally. The meeting was marked by the launch of an inclusive national dialogue portal, a way for the triumvirate to give voice to all Malians. The Ministry of Housing, Urban Planning and Social Housing organized this week in Bamako a seminar of reflection and dialogue on housing, initiated around the theme Innovation and a Better Life for Future Generations. The department spent 5 days reviewing the current state of urban planning policy and the process of reform. The initiative is part of the celebration of the City World Day. Our country, like the international community, celebrated October 5th, the World Day of Hand Washing with Soap in Kanajigla in the Royal Commune of Mande. Under the theme, Clean Hand for All, the ceremony was used to raise awareness about the importance of hand washing with soap. Sanitary kits have also been distributed to school children. Details. A simple gesture that can dramatically reduce our healthcare spending. Hand washing with soap is a strong recommendation of the World Health Organization. Hence, the institutionalization of this day, whose main objective is to make as many people as possible aware of the consequences of poor hand hygiene. Health and Social Affairs Minister Michel Hamala Sidibe took the opportunity to draw people's attention to the benefit of the life-saving practice. In 2011, 26% of households in Mali had a hand-washing soap kit and 69% in 2018. An expert, according to the technical and financial partners of Mali, who ensures the Ministry of Health of the support for the hygiene promotion in Mali. At the end of the ceremony, several hundred soap washing kits were offered to the population of Kanajigila. The Professional Association of the Online Press of Mali, Appel Mali, organized from 17 to 18 October a training workshop on the ethics and deontology of young journalists from the online press. Appel Mali wants, through this reinforcement of skills, to bring young journalists to behave on social networks in accordance with the texts that govern the press. The Youth Association for Active Citizens and Democracy, AGICAD Mali, presented its monitoring commitment platform during the call. Laidu was presented the civil society actor on Saturday, October 12, 2019, at the National Center for Documentation and Information on Women and Children, CENDIF. The Laidu platform gives itself the mission to control the concretization of the electoral campaign promised by politicians. Details. The election campaign in Mali are beautiful speeches with lots of promise. After the election, nothing. These campaign promises are quickly forgotten, a situation that annoys more and more people. This new platform, according to its initiators, will allow citizens to monitor daily the implementation of the campaign promises of candidates for the presidential election, including those of every election. The digital platform also gives citizens the chance to directly challenge elected representatives in relation to the content of their social project. According to this platform, officials, circles, and comments are identified in the platform. This will allow this digital tool during a municipal and legislative election to publish the campaign project of the candidates. Let's talk now about the ceremony of analyzing and reporting the result of the different exams for the year 2018 and 2019. It was this Thursday, October 17, at the Teaching Academy Red Bank at the Bamako District. Report. The 2018-2019 school year took place in the particularly difficult context marked by incessant strikes by teachers. These different movements greatly disrupted the smooth running of the end-of-year exams. This explains the low success rate in the different exams, according to Dabatare, Division Manager Planning, Exam and Competitions. The director of the Bamako District Rural Bank Education Academy, Zaliatou Ayuba, took the opportunity to highlight some of the difficulties they are facing. This framework of exchanges was certified by the delivery of the certificate and give to the best students who distinguished themselves from the others during the various exams of the academic year 2018-2019. More than 11 million tons of grain and 800,000 tons of seed corn are expected this year for the 2019 crop year. These figures were released on Monday by agricultural officials. It was during a meeting on the summer report of the agricultural campaign in its component wintering. This respective production is higher than that of 2018, a rate of increase of 10%. Competition to value the most honest official. There are 5 government agents to be nominated for the final of the campaign of Honest and Honest Official of Accountability Lab Mali through its program Integrated Icon Mali 2019. Selected by the members of the jury from 407,000 people. This agent of the state evolved in various spheres across the country. Report. CDB Mahawa Haidaka, Civil Administrator, Deputy Head at the Ministry of African Integration, Kulbali Mariam Bamba, General Pedagogical Counselor in charge of Girls Education in Cap of Joila, Abdullah Jakite, Technical Official for Water and Forest in Kogo Mopti Region, Issa Traore, Coordinator of EDM-SR Center in Dire, and Kulibali Aminata Goita, the Head Doctor of the Sikasso Health District, are the 5 out of 4,700 chosen as the most honest of the Malian civil servant for the Integrated Icon Mali 2019 program.
We think all the problems we have right now, the massacres, the crisis, the corruption, is a lack of accountability. If people are accountable to themselves, to their communities, to their families, for sure what we're doing right now, we will not be facing that. So we think if we have armed groups acting, killing people. No one will love like your family or your friends or your kids just get killed. It doesn't make sense. So we want them to understand first, this is all about themselves. This is all about ourselves and how we can do all together to build a really responsible leaders so they can take things forward and make the change we want to see in our country. Working with the communities on the bottom up to engage them so they can understand whatever is happening right here is for themselves, and so they can take advantage on what's going on around them so they can participate. When you see Mali in our country here, people don't participate. They don't think they are part of the process. They behave as people just living day by day or day after day. So this is not what we can do to build a strong community. This is not what we do to build a strong and beautiful nation. The thing people should, and what we want them to do to engage, is to understand they are 100% part of the process. It's not about the government, it's not about the president, it's about themselves. And every day, it's not because you do this right now, that means it's done. No, you have to keep doing it day after day to make things happen for yourself and the coming generations.
Through this act, the initiators intend to promote honesty and integrity in the public sector so that others can inspire from it.
Election is much more about the ones who come to the work on time, not be really nice to people, whoever you are, literate or illiterate, rich or poor, living in rural or urban country areas in the country. You women or men, it doesn't matter. So the ones who work for the government and engage it and serve to engage and serve the country. So, yeah.
Note that the winner of this fourth edition will be crowned on November 23rd at the ceremony organized for this purpose. The chairman of African Solidarity for Democracy and Independence Study Party was facing the press last Monday at the party's headquarters. The objective was to pronounce on the socio-political and security situation on the country. Dr. Omar Mariko took the opportunity to denounce the flaws of the current regime. Details. Known for his often radical stance, the president of the African Solidarity Party for Democracy and Independence during this meeting with the press invited Malians to a patriotic gathering because, according to him, the inclusive national dialogue and the support to the Diet, as advocated by some, are not adequate answer to the current situation. According to the parliament-elected member of Kolonjeba, the current regime has shown all its limitations. Regarding inclusive national dialogue, the former student leader doesn't intend to take part. Dr. Mariko took advantage of this framework of exchanges with the major men to invite Malians to support the Sadi party in its fight against bad governance. Religion. The Baha'i are celebrating on October 29 to 30 the second bicentenary of the birth of the precursor and founder of the Baha'i faith, the youngest of the monotheist religion according to the organizers. The information was given at the press conference held this day at the Modibo Keita Memorial. This second bicentenary will be celebrated in Bamako and other places like Buguni, Tabakoro, Fana, Kulikoro. Report. After celebrating the 2019, the bicentennial of Baha'u'llah, the founder of Baha'i Faith, the Baha'is of Mali, like all the other communities in the world, joined hands to celebrate the bicentennial of the Bab, the forerunner and the harbinger of the Baha'i Faith. The Baha'i teachings revolve around three fundamental principles: the unity of God, the unity of religion, and the unity of mankind. Unlike other religions, Baha'i is administered by an administration in place of a religious leader. The earth is only one country, and all men are its citizens. This is one of the Baha'u'llah's strong messages. Started in 1844 in Persia, the followers of Baha'u'llah are estimated today at nearly 7 million worldwide, including 3,000 in Mali. See from October 29 to 30 at the Modibo Keita Memorial for the celebration of this anniversary. This is the main news of the week, and now we're going to go to the second part of the program, which is the week of the guest of the week. Yes, in the guest of the week today, we're going to talk about the promotion English of English language, and for that, we have two members of FSL English Club. They are Mr. Sadiku Mahamadou Dambele, is a chairman of FSL English Club. Mr. Dambele, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Sagara.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, thanks.
The second guest is Mr. Sekou Sissoko. Mr. Sissoko is Secretary General of FSL English Club. Mr. Sissoko, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Sagara.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, you going to organize the first edition of FSL English Excellence Competition and Training. That's right?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
before that, explain us what does FSL stand for?
Okay, first of all, before I start, thank you so much once more, Mr. Sagara, for the invitation. So my very warm thanks goes to the staff of Renouveau TV. So as far as FLSL English Club is concerned, FLSL English Club is a group of English language learners.
But before, what does FSL stand for? Because some don't know what FSL is.
FLSL is the Faculty of Language, Letter and Language and Science of Language of Bamako.
So it's a university?
No, it's the faculty. Okay. FLSL is the Faculty of Letter, Language and Science of Language.
Okay. Now FSL English Club.
Yeah, FLSL English Club is a group of English language learners from the English department, Kabbalah, and also from the University of Science and Humanity of Bamako, ELSHB. Thank you, Mr.
So,
Sagara.
what's the activity you're going to organize about? What is it?
So, thank you so much, Mr. Sagara, for giving me the floor. So, at the FLSL English Club, we have so many activities, just as we have discussion, we have debate, we have speech presentation, we have reports. So, through these activities, we improve our speaking skills.
Okay. So, Mr. President, now you're going to organize the first edition of FSL English Club Excellence Competition. Why this initiative?
Okay, thank you once more, Mr. Sagara, for giving me the floor. So, as I said before, FLSL English Club is going to organize an excellence competition and a training for the freshmen. So, this initiative we taken after we have been elected as the president. So, in my term of office, we decided to bring help to our young brothers from the faculty. Generally, they are the ones who face difficulties of learning English. So this is why we took initiative to organize this competition and training for them, to push them to learn English.
Who organize? Only students or teachers also?
So for the training, we are going to select 100 students and train them, those who have difficulty to express themselves in English. But for the competition, we selected 2 representatives from each classroom. Emancipation, one man, one woman. They are going to present their classroom. So once they will win, we'll reward them. So in that also, we have selected 2 representatives from the department as teachers. They are our member of the jury. So they will organize it. Thank you.
Secretary General, you're going to talk about training or competition? Training. So what training focus on?
So the training is about how to learn English in a French-speaking country, because our young brothers, they have so many challenges, mainly those who are at license 1. So, and during this training, they will figure out the techniques and the methods of learning English in a French-speaking country, and also they will know how to be in touch with English speakers, because most of the time we, the students of English department, once leaving university, once in the family, it's not easy to find someone with whom we can practice English. And during this training, so they will know the places that they should go in order to meet English speakers. And also they will know the importance of the new technology of information and communication in their learning process, because we, the students today, we are using this as a way just to spend time with friends. But with it, I think that we can improve ourselves in our field of studies.
But really, do you think that learning English language here in French-speaking country is really possible?
Yeah, of course, it's possible. I myself, I have never been abroad. But today I cannot say that perfect in English, but I can express myself. It's possible. So it is just a matter of commitment. Okay, no matter where you are, you can learn anything that you want, not only English. Even in Mali here, if you want, you can even learn. Even if you want to learn even Chinese, it's possible. But just if you have the willing, if we have the willing, we can do anything that we want.
There is a problem because in Mali, generally, students go to school 2 or 3 times a week to contact, and they have contact with their teacher who are English speakers. Once they leave school, at home in the street, English is no more used. So in this way, do you think that is really possible?
Yeah, I think that is possible. This is one of the aims of this event. We have to sensitize those students who are doing this practice.
Those students who? Because
yes, those students who don't care about studies after leaving school. Okay, because in our school, in our club, we can say that most of the members are students at university. So we go to school only 3 times a week. Okay, but as I said since the beginning, that it is just a matter of commitment, and we have also to sensitize those students who don't care about studies. Okay.
Now, who are the beneficiaries of this training for this time?
Okay, so the beneficiaries are really numerous, because at the end of this training, we are sure that they will be able to speak English fluently if they follow the rules that we are going to tell them during the training. And also, they are going to make the pride of English department, okay? Because most of the time, if you say to people that you are from English department, even if they cannot speak English, they are going to test your level, okay?
Yes, by beneficiaries, I mean who are going to train? Those who are in the first form, freshman, second form, third form, who are really this person who are going to train?
So those who are in license 1.
License 1.
Yeah, of course.
That means freshman.
Yeah, freshman.
From training, let's go to the competition. Mr. President Mahamadou Nasadiku Mahamadou Dambele. Mr. Dambele, competition. Who are going to compete?
Okay, thank you once more for giving me the floor. As I said since the beginning, so we organize the competition. We will very well organize it, because we're going to have 2 representatives from each classroom. We have 24 groups in license 1. We have 24 groups, which means that we're going to select 2 representatives from each classroom, 1 man, 1 woman. So those selected, they are going to present their classroom during the competition. So after the competition, so we'll organize a rewarding ceremony to reward the winner. Before that, let me take the opportunity to tell you that the competition will start just 26th, 28th, and 30th. So, and also we have the members of jury. So we've selected 3 representatives as teachers from the department itself, and also 3 representatives from our English club as mentors. Those members of jury are, first of all, Mr. Musa Soule, and then the Prof. Idris Jaguraga, Mrs. Khadijatu Toure, and Umar Aya, Bazumana Sumaro, Sumba Abdel Kader. Those are the ones who are going to really organize the competition. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Right. In the competition, you say you compete and you have a rewarding ceremony.
Of course.
That means you have partners for that.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you for asking me those questions. So, as I said since the beginning, this competition, not only we, the English club members, we are organizing it, but our partner is the head of department himself. The head of department, Dr. Abida Maiga, is the chief of department. So we are in collaboration with him in order to make this event a successful one.
You have no external collaboration as embassies?
Of course, as you know, our club is also one of the club in the council, which is MECC, Mali English Club Council.
Right.
So this is the kind of coordination which represents all the English club in Mali, MECC. So we cannot go to the embassies directly. We have to pass through MECC first. This means that all the embassies in Mali, English-speaking embassies, so they are our partners, because they are a partner for MECC, and we are one of the English club members of MECC.
Is a MECC partner?
Yeah, MECC is a kind of coordination.
Is MECC partner of your activity?
Of course, for sure.
Trainer, Mr. You're going to train many people now. Who are your trainer or who is your trainee?
So our trainer is Mr. Umar Aya. So he is the former president of FSL English Club, and now he is the ongoing chairperson of MECC Mali English Club Council. So he is the one who is going to train these students, because we took 100 students in the department.
100?
Yeah, of course. So just only students of in license one, because they are the one who have more challenges. As you know, if you go to high school, it's not very easy to find students over there who can speak English, because their teachers use grammar translation method. I mean, to use English and French in order to teach English lesson. But at university, so teachers use direct method. So the exclusive use of English, everything is done in English, and that's why some students, they go to school and come back without getting anything. So, and we would like to help them to overcome these challenges that they have.
So, right, is there a special topic chosen for this training?
Yeah, of course. How to learn English in a French-speaking country.
How to learn English in a French country. Yeah. So, is it the training free?
Yeah, no. So, to take part to the training, so you just need to pay 1,000 francs CFA.
1,000?
Yeah, of course.
The training is for how many days? One day?
It's only for 1 day.
1 day?
Yeah.
So do you think that 1 day is sufficient to train these people?
Yeah, of course.
Or you just like to give them information?
Yeah, of course. We want to give them information because they have lack of information. Otherwise, I'm sure that they can learn it easily, but they have lack of information. We have to inform them how to learn English. This is what we would like to do during this training. So maybe in the coming days, we can organize other activities that can help them to learn English again.
Okay, so Mr. Dambele is talking about the competition. So now, what can be the reward, or is it a surprise?
Yeah, thank you so much for this question. I really appreciate it. Okay, as I said, so after the competition, we'll organize a rewarding ceremony. Truly speaking, we want to make it a great event. So it will be a pleasure for us if we can even see Renouveau members there, because this day, we will reward the winners. Those who win in the competition, will give them reward. It's a surprise. We cannot, qualify which kind of reward we are going to give them. But anyway, it will be based as an educational tools, things like that, etc. And also, as during the training, also those who have taken part in the training, so we'll give them a certificate that day. We'll give them a certificate, which certificate that they have taken part to the training. So, inshallah, this is...
Mr. Secretary General, in charge of training, do you think that English language is important here in Mali?
Yeah, of course, English language is really important in Mali here, because I can see so many students who have completed their studies. Once in the market of job, they don't have so many problems. So I mean, immediately they will get a job. So that means that English is important. And also, in the country here, so everywhere you go, mainly in the market, people are looking for young people who can speak English, because that can make their tough work easy for them, because English is used in the business, even in Mali here. And also, as we know, English is an international language, and that's why even in Mali here, English has so many impacts in the country.
What the role of English language in a French-speaking country as Mali?
Okay, thank you so much for asking me this question. The role of the English language in a French-speaking country is very important, not only in French-speaking country, even in other countries who speak another language different from French. Because as you know, English is the global language. So anywhere you go, you face English. So it's compulsory, for everyone to study English. For me, studying English is just, opening yourself for worldwide. You can go everywhere you want if you can speak English.
Okay, as said, English is a lingua franca of the world, so the most spoken language of the world. So we're going toward the end of the program. Now, what can be your invitation as far as this competition is concerned?
Well, thank you so much once more, Mrs. Sagara. So my appeal to all the students, to all the English language learners around Mali, I make an appeal to all of them to come and assist this great event. The competition will take place at Kabbalah on 26th, 28th, 30th of this month. Inshallah, it won't be deceived, inshallah.
It's one this day people your invitation for the training.
So my invitation for the training is just to call all the students of license 1 because everybody cannot take part in the training. So to go on time because the trainers will be there on time and to start with the work very early if students stay in the family because we have to start at 9 a.m. and it will end at 12 o'clock. Okay, so to be there on time, okay, so that the trainer can leave very early.
So the respect of the notion of time is important for you.
Yeah, of course.
Right, Mr. Dambele, what can be your last word?
Okay, thank you once more for giving me the floor. As my general has said everything, so my appeal, my last words can be just, I do recognize, the greatness of the head of department himself, Dr. Abida Maiga. He really helped us, during these activities, these events. So truly speaking, I do recognize his greatness. Thank you, everybody. Thanks all the English speakers around the world. Inshallah, I do make an appeal to all the English fans in the world to come and assist this great event that we are going to organize next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Sissoko. Last words.
Okay, so as the chairperson said, so during the competition, so we want the presence of so many people. So and even if Renouveau TV itself can be present that day, and also we need the presence of all the English clubs of Mali, especially MCC and the English clubs which are in Bamako here, and also any other person who is really willing to learn English to be there because that day there will be so many good English speakers there. Okay.
Okay, thanks, dear fans of Renouveau TV, mainly weekly news. We're going to put an end to this program here. I was with Mr. Sadiku Mahamadou Dambele. Mr. Dambele is a chairperson of FSL English Club. And the second one is Mr. Sekou Sissoko. Mr. Sissoko is Secretary General of FSL English Club. And I've been very happy to be with you today. So that means we're going to put an end to this program here. See you next time. Take care.
Weekly news.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly news, a round-wrap of national news of the week on Renouveau TV every Saturday.
weekly news, the news to English speakers.